As if my recollection is correct, it's been 3 months since the stay-at-home order has gone into effect. Um, People like me who have been honoring this request have been choosing to stay indoors and not exploring the outside world because of A, the type of work I'm doing, and B, because black people seem to be dying at a faster rate due to this, due to like underlining issues. And I'm just not willing to take a risk with that because I had asthma as a kid, yada, yada, yada. I know a lot of old people, I know a lot of black people. Want to keep y'all safe, so I'm doing my part. But something has been happening in the last few days, and I'm going to get into this later, but just for reference, a lot of people have been, during this pandemic, they found a partner to stay in house with, and I commend those people. And I want you to take a look at your partner. I don't know if you guys are listening to this together. If you're not listening to this together, look at them. But if you guys are, now you both look at each other and just look into each other's eyes and just be like, if we're not married yet, this pandemic has proven to me, as in you guys, that we can do this. Y'all go ahead and get that wedding arranged. I want to be there. I want your wedding to be the first wedding I go to after this pandemic. And for all you people that are like, oh no, I missed my opportunity with Hero. Don't worry. You'll get a second chance, because after this Trump rally and all this protesting that's going on, there's definitely going to be a second wave, and we're definitely going to be put back into lockdown. So slide into DMs if you want to, bump uglies together. Let's get it. Welcome to another episode of the Identity Booth, and we are here. We are liking, we are sharing, we are subscribing, we are doing the damn thing. It is good to be back, but I haven't really gone anywhere. I'm filming all of these videos, I think, within a short time span, so I can get them all out before summer 2 happens. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I know I'm on my P's and Q's about that, because I know you guys have been responding well to it. Help me beat the algorithm. Like, share, subscribe. We've been through this rotation. Make sure you hit the bell so you know when I do my lives. I like to premiere my videos. So if you guys want to sit in chat and talk to me about these videos, let me know when's the best time to post so I can talk to you. If it's just one person, I'll come talk to you, fam. It's nothing. It's not a problem. And I think it's super important for us to talk about communicating to each other, at least, because that's ideally what this whole entire conversation is going to be about for today. So for today, we're going to be talking about the isolation of the pandemic. And I'm speaking strictly from my perspective. And I have two perspectives and two ideologies on it. Now, just a little bit of background. The position I'm in right now, I'm in because by choice. I have an idea of something I want to accomplish, I want to achieve. So my mind is actively moving me and progressing me to that goal. With that being said, I don't feel hindered by being here, but I do feel I'm not at my best by being here. Let me explain. I might have zero distractions and the world might be on fire, but there's nothing beholding me to wanting to go outside in the first place because of my mission here. I'm here to get something done and leave. And once I get whatever I need, I can then go back to enjoying my life with people I want to enjoy. And that's not a slight to the hillbillies of Nebraska. It's just facts. The people that love me aren't here. And I'm okay with that. And they should be okay with that too. But that doesn't mean I didn't meet excellent or great people while I was here. So that's one aspect of it. And because of school and because of things that I'm doing, I can keep a hard line focus. That is my sun. I wake up and I focus on it and I move towards it every day. In addition to that, I am a extrovert. No, I'm lying. I am an introvert with a very short half-life of extrovert energy. What does this mean? It means if you had to drag me outside, I'm very charming. but I will run out of energy eventually and require my alone time. And that alone time might not involve you for dragging me the fuck outside. And people don't take this serious because they see me as a jovial or interactive person. But people who really know me know I would much rather sit alone and do absolutely nothing with the outside world, because I have so many things at my disposal. I have my comic book, I have this podcast, I have studying, I have editing, I have drawing, I have my computer, internet, and several video games I have not beaten yet, plus my guitar. And this is an isolation paradise. I have rooms dedicated to my house for specific things. I have a guitar room, I have a drawing room, I have an editing room, I have a study room. It is great, and I love my life. I designed my house, I designed my space of peace to revolve around being happy at home. Internal happiness is the only happiness you should ever be focused on. If you have to go outside to get your happiness, I feel sorry for you, because outside might not be available to you. Now, what does this have to do with isolation? Furthermore, how am I handling this isolation? Once again, I'm doing great, but I am missing something. I am missing a partner. And not in the sense of like, because I could see this as just being like a sex slave or some shit like that. That's really weird. That's not what this is. There is an actual disorder for this, skin hunger, as they like to call this, or just the skin to skin effect. It's the same idea around, doing skin to skin with a baby at birth. Babies, they can't see, they can't hear very well. Like, everything's just abysmal, but that vibration of that beating heart from the mother is a recognizable stimulus that gives them peace and calm. And every time they feel uneasy, pairing that sound with the eventual pairing of, oh, when I'm hungry, I get the chest, I get food. When I'm hungry, I get when I'm wet, when I feel wet, I cry. It's a form of learning, established learning for the child. It's the same effect for human beings. It gives a sense of comfort to see other people in comfort. You know who I'm jealous of right now? Any baby right now. That's who I'm jealous of. I'm not jealous of you because you get a nipple every damn day. I'm not jealous of you because you get to do absolutely nothing. I'm jealous of the sleep you're getting. Do you know how we long as adults for that sleep again? The dragon sleep. To sleep like you have no worries. Like the world's not on fire. If you go to sleep as an adult, as an 18-year-old and up, your days are just, you sit in bed and you just spiral out of control. You would literally lose your mind. Oh man, I don't drink, but if I did, I think I would to fall asleep, man. Cause like, shit's tough. And it's not even tough. It's just the world is just so fucking annoying. Like, there are people right now complaining about wearing masks. Like, there's an idiot and with all due respect, hey, if you hit me up, if you're someone that knows me and you're hitting me up on like YouTube or social media under the guise of a different name and I don't know who you are, I'm probably going to insult you because like that's just my persona online. Like, if I know you and you want to have a real conversation, I'll probably entertain you. But if I don't know who your name is, what your like online name is, I'm probably going to say something to you. Don't take it personal. I don't really care about your opinion because I have my own, and that's where I spent 10 hours making a podcast about it. So like, you coming to tell me like, oh, this is science, like whoever this is, everything's closed. I don't know who you are, but I'm shaming you because I'm shaming people who don't want to wear a mask, but you're a nurse or some shit like that. So I guess you are wearing a mask or something. I don't know who are you? Let me know so I can choose whether or not I want to apologize to you in person or online. But wear the mask. If you're right, you've saved a life. If you're wrong, it's a mild inconvenience and you're a better human being for it because you showed that you love your neighbor. If you're a religious person, it's in the Bible. If you're an atheist person, it's just the right thing to do. And if you're anywhere in between, don't be an asshole. Wear the fucking mask. But the problem I'm having is I don't have a girlfriend right now. And I'm almost 100% sure if I was in a place that like I was okay with, it's like city I fuck with, whatever girlfriend I had in the fucking house right now going through this shit with me, she probably gonna end up getting a ring or a kid. No, I'm just playing. She gonna get a relationship out of it because it's testing ground. You know, if I could deal with you during the pandemic, yeah, you probably gonna make it. You have to. For me, that's my idea of a situation, but it speaks to more of like your love language. And my last relationship taught me about my love language. I've always known about them, but really indulging myself in them. My two love languages are first physical touch, and then second acts of service. I enjoy cooking for my partner. I enjoy making my partner feel comfortable. My partners don't really work around me. The most work I think my partners do for like around me is probably like trying to get me to do some bullshit. Like, I'm so stuck in my ways. Like, if you're a party person and you're dating me, you're definitely like, you're taking me out and like I just give you a look and I'm like, all right, I'll see you when you get in. It's just, I'm not gonna ruin your night, but leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. I just want to be at home. Like, that's just me. That's my personality. Even in like, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't like do any drugs. And once again, if you do those things, have at it. Like, I'm not here to hinder you, but like, it's just not for me. And I always seem to attract weird people when I go out. People gravitate towards me, and that's exhausting. For every person that says hello to me, I feel an inch of my battery go away. So, like, there's that. But onto the acts of service. Because I don't have anyone to cook for, anyone to pamper, anyone to, like, just treat well in the physical realm. And this goes, like, beyond, like, you know, the whole, just, you know, open, like basic things, like just opening the door for somebody, like my car door for somebody. That is one of the thrills I have. And I try and do it as much as possible, even to my female friends, which a lot of them find strange, but I know some of them can vouch for me on this, like this, but it's just these acts of service because, like, I don't know, I want to be useful to you. And it's because I long to have people in my life who are useful to me. And it's not strange what you're experiencing right now, you know. This longingness to be in somebody's space. And don't get me wrong, just because you find someone to be in your space doesn't mean they're the right person for your space. Because if they're not feeding you the things you need to actively survive this pandemic, to handle the emotional weight of this pandemic, they're not going to be useful to you, and that's okay. You find what makes you happy. You deserve it. Tell the world hero said you deserve it. But my physical touch aspect, whoever I get in the sack next, I am going to punish you. No, I'm just playing. No, but the affection, the amount of tension, that missionary position hit different when you involved, man. When you get to look her in the eye and let her know every one of these strokes is coming from the heart. Like, that's the real right there. That missionary position, boy, might beat doggy in a second. Might beat it. But that's just, you know, me being aimless in this situation, me being vulgar in this situation. The fact of the matter is that physical touch really just comes from the heartbeat. Sleeping next to somebody when they're not cutting off the circulation on the arm, get one of those covered pillows, guys. It works magic. It's amazing. That closure, you rest easier. And it's proven to me, because the only time I've ever hit a 90 sleep score on this motherfucker is when I'm sleeping with someone else. Even if I don't get enough hours, my sleep score is still higher. I've yet to hit 80 by myself. It's a restless way of life. Regardless of how isolated you are, regardless of how proficient you are isolated, your body in its natural habitat doesn't function well in isolation. So let's speak to this mental barrier now, because a lot of people have been going through it. Check on your friends, people. Please hear me out. Check on your friends. Make yourself available to your friends because they are struggling physically, mentally, fiscally, whatever. Shout out to freshman Chris Coop. He out here buying essential employees lunch, and when he can't, when there's 25 people he wanted to buy for and 35 people submit, he finds a way to give those 10 extra people a meal. Find a way of showing that you are not just on social media to talk about you. I've been trying to actively do this more. If you're watching this and you have a product, DM me. I will talk about your product on my podcast. I'll do that. I don't give a damn. Content is content to me. And if at least I know one person will watch it. That's more than enough for me. I got videos that have been up for 2 years and don't got 10 views. Get fucked. Let's be great together. Check on your people. They need you. This is something I'm talking about to myself personally, because there's people I just don't. I don't, but I am available. And this is something that I like to speak to my friends. And if you've been noticing this, you need to pay attention to these. Let me give you some warning signs of people who are reaching out and who need your help. If there are people calling you in the middle of the night, they need you. You need to be actively paying attention to them. You need to actively be talking to people within their circle, figuring out what their day-to-day is like. Because being at home is definitely hurting people. I'm not going to sit here and deny it. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It is tough. If you think this is bad, we have electricity, running water, electricity, internet, TV, and we're still suffering the psychological ramifications of isolation. Solitary confinement all of a sudden becomes a lot more inhumane, doesn't it? Maybe we should abolish that bullshit too. He's already in prison. He'll be fine. Psychological warfare is dangerous, and this is some of the repercussions of it. We need to check on each other. Don't be too big. Don't be too proud. Check on someone. It's okay. No one's going to call you a pansy for doing it. But if you are in this place of isolation, and you're having a tough time coping, every day seems like a drag. There are more and more every day people are talking about having the Zoom effect, where being on camera constantly has a mental draining aspect of it. Just being on conference call, especially since some of these bosses, teachers are just assholes, to be honest. Like, a pandemic's going on. If you're a black person, you're literally for the last 2 weeks, a month, who am I kidding? Your whole life, you've been walking around with a target on your back. You having Zoom calls every day and forcing people to put on their cameras to brighten your day up. Stop doing that. If you are a boss or an employee, stop telling your employees to put on the camera to make you feel better. No one gives a fuck about what's going to make you feel better. Your employees are struggling, trying to get their day-to-day tasks done without having the fear of being fired looming over their head. Just leave them alone. Especially the bosses that turn on your camera automatically. Just go away. No one wants to deal with you. Professors giving out tough ass homework assignments. No one wants to deal with this. Your class is so small in the grand scheme of things. There's so many other things going on right now. I remember telling one of my professors, I can't sit at home, and the dread of taking the test 2 days later was giving me more anxiety than just taking the test today. Because I didn't want to spend 2 days trying to sit here and focus and consolidate. It's hard. It's hard not being able to go outside and run or exercise or socialize or do anything. It's a weight that bears on your chest. And it's getting harder and harder to breathe for a lot of people. This is a major situation that we need to pay attention. So you need to be reaching out. There's a lot of self-help groups out there designed specifically for this. Any groups that I can think of or find, I'll put in the description below. If I'm finding it during I'm editing, I'll put it up on the screen. Go seek some help. Seek some help. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not like in danger, but you do need help. And I think it's okay for you. Normalize getting help. My name is Hero and I approve this message. I'm running for some political office. I don't care. I'm going to shake up the damn world. Go get some help. It's okay. Go be by some loved ones. You know, the pandemic is real. If you have the means to get tested, get tested. And if you can, put on your mask, travel, and go be with someone you love. I think a lot of people are hitting their peak of being isolated, and that's totally acceptable. But I also want to step a little bit further and talk about, because we already know how I'm coping. I'm fine. I know I'm fine. I'll be done here shortly, and then I'll be even better. But I want to talk about the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is the world's on fire. Everything's going up in smoke. Nothing matters. Everything counts. People are hungry. People are greedy. The world is going to end, and hopefully you're not there when it happens. That is the truth. We're all living just so we can die. And that's okay. You become quite comfortable with the reality of your life when you're doing things in your life that make you happy. Especially when the things you're doing revolve around other people. And that's what makes this time so dire, because a lot of us attribute our ability to be good, wholesome, caring, empathetic, sympathetic people by interactions. That's how I get my validation. I don't get it from people actually telling me I did a good job. I get it when I see the discharge form for one of my patients. That's my validation. But because of all of this COVID going on, I can't get that. And it's taking a toll on me. So I know it's fair for you to be struggling as well. And you're not alone in that. So for whatever it's worth, whatever I can do, I'm going to continue to present the identity booth to you, because as long as I can identify with you, you can identify with me. And that is the purpose of the identity booth. Like, share, subscribe. Let's stay in touch. If you need someone to talk to, all my social media is linked below. Keep in contact with me. My phone number has been the same since I was 13. I still love getting phone calls and texts from people like, Hero? I'm like, yeah, what's good? People, reach out. It's okay. In fact, if you're watching this, I want you to text me right now. If you got my number, just tell me you watch this. Tell me you love me. Tell me something you want to tell. Tell me some shit you don't want to tell nobody. I'm interested. I'll keep your secret. I will put you on blast on the podcast. But no, seriously, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. It's been a blast. I'm done. I did 3 videos, y'all. It's 2:34 in the morning. I'm proud of myself.